On a wet Tuesday morning, I bid you welcome to Sports This Morning, reaching you live from Channels Television right here in Lagos. Sports This Morning, a program that takes you around the world of sports in the next 30 minutes or 25 minutes or thereabout. Today we'll be letting you into a lot of issues that are going on in the world of sport, and also to update you on all that you need to know about the world of sport. Today we'll be telling you about the UEFA Champions League. That's the biggest thing happening today. And of course, we'll give you Olympic updates. We'll go to the papers. Let's see what the papers are saying, the headlines. And of course, we also take time out to talk about yesterday's English Premier League, where we saw the Gunners gone down. And I know that my partner here will not be too happy with that comment. I'm talking about Yemi Adebayo. Yemi Adebayo is my co-pilot for this morning.
Pleasure. I mean, there's nothing to be offended about. They were actually gone down. So, and that was what happened on the night. They lost the game. Had so many scoring chances. Yeah. It didn't work out for them. And
it was a big one for Wigan, beating Man U. And now Arsenal, back to back.
Yeah, they'll be on a high. I mean, they've clawed their way with less than 4 games to go. They've clawed their way out of relegation deep waters. They're still on the brinks, but they are slowly but surely they're getting out. And there's a lesson from Wigan and from Blackburn that when you have hired people who have the competence to do the job, believe them. Wigan has virtually been at the bottom of the log since the beginning,
for
and
many
gradually.
Years.
Last season, the board stuck with Roberto Martinez. He was able to make them survive the drop, and it looks like they're going to do it this time. So I think the lesson from the Wigan story is when you hire somebody and you know that he's competent to do the job, just swim and sink with him. Although we said that in Nigeria, but we don't do it.
All right, swim and sink with him. Anyway, we're starting on a positive note this morning. Yesterday, we brought you the untimely death of one of Italian's bright stars, talking about Piero Morosini. But this morning, we are glad to inform you that Fabis Muamba, who was admitted a couple of weeks ago for the same ailment, has been released from the hospital, or rather discharged. Like you can see him glad
with the doctors.
With the doctors. This is a good one for Fabis Muamba.
And it's ironic. This time last month, he slumped on the field, March 17. And I was actually discharged from the hospital yesterday. But today marks a month after that incident.
What a miracle.
And now you see him smiling with the doctors.
And he's actually indebted to the doctors.
Yes, this is very
saying
grateful.
That they saved his life.
Yes.
He was so pleased, and also to his fans, numerous fans all over the world, who prayed for him.
Solidarity, the support.
We just thank God for the life of this young man, for this life. But for the Italian, too bad. Yes. No miracle. Like
gone too soon.
Gone too soon. Gone too soon. And there's been a lot of tribute. So good news for Bolton Wanderers midfielder fans all over the world. Fabris is out of the hospital. Fabis Muamba is
out of the woods now. He's out of the woods
completely, and hopefully he's going to return back to the field of play.
Well, that would definitely take some time. But the good news is that this man is in a stable condition, and everything about his health for now is okay. And the decision about football will be later. But that the man, the fears about his health, the fears that he might relapse, he might, all those things have gone now, and he is okay now.
He's okay now. Yes, yesterday we brought you the report on the DSTV Basketball League. This morning we want to give you the comprehensive result of the DSTV Basketball League matches that were played over the weekend. You have it there. Lagos Islanders 90 over
Union
Bank, who had 76, and Bukomens failed to clinch as they had 64 against
Dodan
Warriors, who made it 89, and Police Hating 71 to 58 over Chariots. And so that's the update on the DSTV Premier Basketball League that was played over the weekend. For now, let's quickly talk about the Olympics. Less than 200 days from now, the biggest
sporty fiesta,
you can call it, the biggest will be taking place in London, and all attention all eyes is on the 2012 games. And
unfortunately,
Nigeria happens to be one of the countries that will be going there.
I jumped the gun. I wanted to say, unfortunately, nobody's talking about preparations because, like you always say, immediately after the last tournament in Beijing, everybody started preparing. But unfortunately for us here in Nigeria, we will want to highlight our preparations and see, what we have done and what we are doing. And the stories coming out, emanating from that, is not really good.
It's not really good. But so far, we had a total of 46 athletes have qualified, and that's made up of 24 males and 22 females have qualified for the London Games. But in the field and track event, qualifiers are still going on, and the final one will be in July. That will be a few weeks before the Olympics in Calabar. That's the final trials. But this report is going to highlight Nigeria's preparation as well as the build-up. How far has the field and track athletes done so as to make the country proud? I take you to this report, and you will be right back.
Here they go. Who will be the Nigerian champion for 2011? And we know the winner. Who will be next now? Who will be the
Nigeria athletes in one of the build-ups to the London 2012 Olympics, which will take place in Calabar, Cross River State. However, not many Nigerians are impressed with the level of preparation of Team Nigeria in athletics.
I am told that one of the thematic concerns of the opening ceremony will be a play by William Shakespeare. It's called The Tempest. And if you've read The Tempest, that is how Nigeria's preparation is. It's a mixed grill of the typical rush last minute and the typical style of getting funds when you think everything is not ready, and then everybody building a sudden surge that the goal will come, and the athletes themselves I never really know whether they get bold enough for the gold. But one thing is certain, Nigeria will be in the Olympics. What they come back with is another story entirely.
Is there any plan for these young people? I don't see any. Is there an interface with high net worth individuals, corporate organizations? I haven't seen any. I chip in my widow's mite from time to time. If I see a plan, I can help. But as I speak to you, nobody has seen any plan as to how we can assist these athletes. We give them scholarship, pay for their physio, because a world-class athlete has a whole support structure behind that athlete. You don't just win medals at the Olympics for being a Nigerian or being an American. There's a superstructure that follows their trade. Your physio, your psychologist, your trainer, your main coach, the whole support staff, your marketing people, your manager. But in Nigeria, our athletes are left to their own devices.
Some observers believe that despite the shorter preparation, a handful of the athletes, especially the women, will do Nigeria proud, owing to specialized training under top coaches in the United States and Europe.
Not because Nigeria has put any preparation on ground, but because we are lucky that we have some quality elite athletes that may give us medals at the end of the day. In the past, and in the last few years, we've not really had the quality of elite athletes that we have now. Because Blessing Okagbari, for example, has really matured with age and with school out of her schedule now. She's really concentrating, and she's lucky. She's training with John Smith, probably the best sprint coach in the world. And that has made her a contender for the 100 meters medals.
And I can tell you, I talk to her every other day. She's preparing. She has relocated from Texas to California. She's got a new trainer, a new coach, and she's doing very well. And I can assure you she'll make Nigeria proud at the end of the day.
Is it too late? No. These individual athletes will give their best. I am willing to give my best.
Nigeria got her first Olympic gold medal through Chioma Ajunwa. And record reveals that the women athletes have performed better than their male counterparts in Olympic history.
Chioma Ajunwa won gold. Fela Tungoya won bronze in the 400 meters. Miriam Yali won bronze in the 200 meters. And the 4x4 women won silver. So they are women, no men.
With less than 2 months to the Olympics, it seems much has not yet been achieved. Perhaps the Nigerian team spirit and resilience will come to the fore once again.
She also managed to ease up quite a lot.
Well, they say success is when opportunity meet preparation, but in Nigerian's case, it's a different ball game. You mean? Your comment?
Well, I guess the report just says it all. Our hope is not because, it's not because we've trained, but because, some people, just because of resilience, tenacity, we just go all out there, give it their best shot. I don't know if I should call it Nigeria. Maybe because those people are still want to make a name for themselves. Just go all out, do it, and we can continue to say Blessing Okagbare is a Nigerian, but how much has Nigeria really contributed to the success story so far? And that's the question we need to ask ourselves.
Except
what have we really
maybe
done?
Few individuals.
Maybe Delta State. Maybe Delta State can say one or two things, but Nigeria as a whole, the Sports Commission, Sports Ministry, what have they really done for that athletes? And like the former AFN president said, these athletes need a good support structure. It's not just about giving them money 2 months to the Olympics. It's not going to cut it. It's not going to work. We need to change our attitude.
Definitely, we need to change our attitude. Let's just go straight to the papers now. And we have Complete Sport. It's our first port of call. And the top page, you have it there. Real set to break Bayern's jeans. Madrid bank on Mourinho magic to win first game in Munich. Other stories, CAF Eagles won't play CIV, that's Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Ghana, Zambia. African Football Governing Body confirms top seed for second round of 2013 AFCON qualifiers. And you also have a picture of Miracle Man returns home, that's Fabis Muamba. Muamba discharged from hospital, we told you about that. Arsenal 1, Wigan 2, gunned down. We'll tell you more later about that. RVP for MVP. Find out all what that is all about. And of course, the next paper, Soccer Star.
As expected, leading with stories from the Champions League. Bayern Real lock horns for final ticket. That's one of the lead stories. Another one, we are ready for Barca challenge. With the pictures of the John Mikel Obi and Florian Malouda there, and stories from the EPL game played yesterday. Arsenal 1, Wigan 2. Other stories we have in today's Soccer Star: Yobo defends Fenerbahce mate on racist allegation. And other stories: Dynamo Kiev targets Odibe, Ikana to be unveiled tomorrow. From the bottom strip, okay, go to Sporting Life. Okay, Sporting Life, same story, same on UEFA Champions League. Top of the page, fights to finish. Robin, Bayern have to be at 120%. And Madrid jack up Ronaldo's contract to earn £16 million a year. Wow. Get all the details from the Sporting Life. Other stories there, you have a picture, both picture of Enyama, the center Enyama, Nigerian's #1 keeper. It's a Lille bench row. Enyama's tenders quit notice. Maccabi Haifa plays on alert. That's on page 14. Get all the details. And Ideye to cost Chelsea 2.5 billion naira. Wow. Get all the details as you pick a copy of the Sporting Life. There are also other stories there that you can also find interesting to read. From there, we'll move on to Metro Sports. Yeah, on Metro Sports, I'll take this first story. Moses is first Wigan win against Arsenal. Moses, that's a Nigerian playing for Wigan. Moses, at least we have a Nigerian there. Yeah, doing it right. Doing it right. He scored a goal against Man U, but was disallowed. And he played so well. Other stories you have there: Onua optimistic about QPR's survival. That's Queen Park's Rangers in the English Premier League. Other stories: top corner, away with them. Wenger wants divers banned. Those strikers who dive to hand penalties. Others, like somebody jokingly says that no footballer will go to heaven.
because they all know how.
Yeah,
to
because
play
of the
this.
antics, coaches, even the coaches too.
Even the coaches
A
too.
coach knows something
part
is
of the
against
game.
him.
It's
Yes,
part of
I
the
think it's
game.
part of the game. And you have something on Anelka open to Leo Drogba to China. Those are the stories you have in today's Metro Sports. Grab a copy of the paper and all the papers that we have reviewed to make an interesting read.
Okay, just go to the newsstand and pick any of these papers for details. For now, we want to go for a short break. When we come back, like I told you earlier, Europe will be literally on fire tonight as two giants clash. That's on the UEFA Champions League. We're telling you more about that after this break from the German Bundesliga. It's the best of football coming from Germany. It's our dream that one day our league will look just like this.
Or better.
Better.
Look like that or better.
Yes, today, the big game, the semi-final fixture, the first leg, will be taking place. Looking at today's fixtures, the Real Bayern, do you see us getting the winner of that of this encounter?
With just one tie.
With just this tie.
No,
it's
not going to happen. From those are games. Bayern Munich taking on Real Madrid today, and Chelsea taking on Barcelona.
That's tomorrow. Yeah.
So then the reverse fixtures next week. So for me, I think we're not going to get a winner with just one set of games. There's still going to be a lot going to it.
It's going to be a fight to finish.
Yes. If you look at the highlights we saw from the German Bundesliga, Jupp Heynckes kept like 3 or 4 key players from his team on the bench. Frank Ribery was on the bench. Mario Gomez, Gustavo was on the bench. Some of those key guys were on the bench. Their mind was clearly on Tuesday. They gave up. They had already given up on the league. You know, Dortmund's
So all attention,
yes,
focus is on today.
The final is going to be played at the Allianz Arena, and you would give anything to want to play the final on your own pitch, and I think that's what is playing on the minds of Bayern Munich, and these are the Madrid guys in training, and Mourinho is going to be key in this. On the strength of how both teams play.
Ronaldo has been in top form lately,
scoring goals with
his
head, left leg, right leg, chest. I mean,
but in this kind of occasion, it might not be too useful because of the tension, because of the expectation.
I think
which is too high.
I think
much is expected.
Most coaches come to Europe having learned the lesson of playing Jose Mourinho's team. Jose Mourinho will set out his team to attack, but he will keep his eye on the defense. But most of those teams want to attack and not really take care of the defense. I think that was Bayern's albatross in the game they played against Inter 2 years ago. And I hope that Bayern's coach, Jupp Heynckes, would have learned that look, you need to keep things tight. If you have not conceded a goal, you're still in the competition. If you score and you concede more than you have scored, you are out. So I think if Bayern, if this man is going to play, Bayern Schweinsteiger, I don't know if he's fit and all that, if he's going to play, make sure you lock their wing backs, and unfortunately for them, they don't have any weak back that can take care of the likes of Di Maria and Ronaldo, and those are the key guys that will play on the wings. On the strength, their attack is good; they can score against any team.
Yes, another factor.
He is
definitely
Arjen Robben and Frank Ribery. They are factors, but for me, the quartet of Ronaldo, Di Maria, Gonzalo Higuain,
you can't beat the quartet,
and Mesut Ozil from the midfield is going to be very hard. So the defensive pairing for Bayern is what worries me. Is Batsuba going to play on the left? Is he going to play as centre back? I'm okay with Jerome Boateng. He's alright. I'm okay with Philipp Lahm. But the rest is Alaba going to play on left back? Is Batsuba going to play? So they need to find that defensive balance. Midfield and attack, no problem. The goalkeeper, German number 1, Mano Noah, I'm okay. You see, I'm not talking about Madrid because Madrid is the closest team to Barcelona in current form. So I don't have any problems with Madrid. They're going to play a big game. But for sentimental reasons, I would like Bayern to play in the final. And for them to play, they need to take care of their defense. And that's going to be key.
It's going to be key. So tonight's match is going to be key. The defense especially. Briefly, tomorrow, Chelsea will be facing an uphill task, so to say, as they face the almighty Barcelona. What's your take on that?
I will be surprised if the game is not concluded tomorrow. I will be surprised. A lot of people will be surprised at my verdict, but you see, Chelsea are not actually playing to their true strengths. When they won that game against Napoli, I thought, yeah, these guys are coming back. And if they can play the way they played, not because they won that game, but I saw them, I don't want to call it rugby style football, but they were physical. And that is the only way
to handle Barcelona.
Be physical, but be careful with your fouls.
Exactly.
Be physical, don't commit rash fouls. You start getting cards and, so the way Barcelona play, you have to stop them from playing. I wish SN was what it was 4-5 seasons ago. They need players like that. Don't commit fouls, guard your defense, protect, pack people behind the ball.
Kick and follow. Kick and follow style football.
Drogba is in a form where if you give him the ball, he's going to bury 1 out of 3 chances. So if you could stick Drogba alone up front.
Drogba has not been too lucky with
games against Barcelona. In fact, games against Barcelona. I think he has.
He needs to watch it.
He needs to watch it. And I hope it doesn't work against him. But if I were Roberto Di Matteo, if I have to pick between him and Fernando Torres, I'll pick Drogba. Fernando Torres works hard. You can't fault him for effort.
But it's obvious that he's yet to click.
Yeah, the goals are just not coming. But on the strength of what Drogba did against Tottenham, that stunner of a goal, that it shows that if he has 3 chances, he's going to bury 1. And if Chelsea are going to win, you have to supply Drogba. And someone like Mata, whose form for me has dropped, will be key in this game. Frank Lampard, just there, he's just there, up and on. So,
Anyway,
I'll be surprised if he's not over.
As we round up, let's just quickly talk about last night's game, Arsenal Wigan. Although you made some comments earlier on, Arsenal Wigan. The match was extended. There was an added 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And
It's
a lot of
still,
people
it's still
wondered
didn't work.
why.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think
some people were even saying that maybe the referee wanted Chelsea to pull a draw.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't know about that anyway. But I think Wigan have their goalkeeper to thank, Al-Habsi. I mean, I've often wondered why he's in Wigan. I've often wondered, he's a good goalkeeper and Wigan played so well. So probably explains why they beat Arsenal.
Okay, that'll be for now. We want to leave you with those pictures. Arsenal, Wigan. Don't forget to join us later tonight for Sports Tonight for all the details. Bye-bye for now and have a good day.
Well, it's nice play from Arsenal. As you say, started very well, but this is just I think they've got to do more to stop the cross coming in.